Let me know what you got for Christmas in the comment section down below. Thanks, bye. Hey guys, I see a lot of confusion concerning the pull plan for new players, especially concerning the situation around like Corvvis and what is going on with Bromé. What about Sharon? Do I have Lucy? If I not have Lucy, should I pull for Corvvis still? People think I'm contradicting myself because in my previous pull plan video I say Corvvis is a must pull for new players. Then I continue to make a tier list and put an F tier, so what's the deal about that? And all of that kind of stuff. So let's clear this up in this video right now. This confusion of course comes from the fact that like most people don't even understand what a tier list is, and therefore they also don't understand who a tier list is even there for, and they take everything out of context because of their misunderstandings. But that is a whole other topic that I will cover on a different date. Right now let's go over when should you pull for Corvvis and why should you pull for Corvvis and what the surrounding circumstances would be if you decide or would decide to pull for Corvvis. The very first thing that you have to keep in mind is that you do not under any circumstances pull for Corvvis if you do not already own the character Sharon. Corvvis is completely 100% unplayable without you having access to the character Sharon. So just in case you are dead new and you just joined the game, then you will under no circumstances pull for Corvvis and you will save up all the resources for the very next version, which is version 3.2, and there you will set your eyes onto the character Anionala, who will be a limited character that sees a rerun and receives a very strong Euphoria update instead of Corvvis. I also have to mention the scenario that if you already have Lucy, if you joined the game in or even right before the 2nd anniversary and you have access to the character Lucy, you do also under no circumstances whatsoever pull for Corvvis. So if you don't have Lucy and you have Sharon, that is when you can consider pulling for Corvvis, or in fact yeah, you even should pull for Corvvis. And then yeah, skip Anionala, right? That would be for a new player better because see, one of the most important things for a new player is to get their hands onto a potent main DPS as fast as possible. And look at the last version, we got Sentinel, we got Sharon. Right now we just got Robushka. Those are not potent new characters that are main DPS characters, right? Even Anionala would then be yeah, quote unquote just a sub DPS who binds herself to the main DPS to support him, right? So as a new player, get your hands onto a new character that is a potent main DPS, and that would be Corvvis for you. There are a few more things that you have to keep in mind, of course. Right now and all the way up to January 1st or January 4th or something, there are a lot of days. I think 9 days are left by the date that I'm uploading this video on the Christmas banner for the Covenant of the Water banner. There you could put in 60 pulls to obtain yourself 2 6-star characters from a bunch of 6-stars that you can choose from. There, get your hands onto Fatutu, at least Fatutu please. If you can also manage to get Flutter Page, that would be very, very good for you, but for now, let's stick to Fatutu. Get your hands onto Fatutu from the Christmas banner, pull for Corvvis. And remember, all of this is only true if you have Sharon, right? If you don't have Sharon, you go for Anionala instead, next version, and you skip Corvvis. Okay, a lot of emphasis onto that, so that no one could possibly be confused. Cool. Then there's more, because that right here would be your Dynamo archetype team. There's of course, as you can see, one spot missing. And then next version we get the character Beryl, which you skip. You do not pull for Afterglow, that would be way too expensive. And after Beryl, which gives you of course a whole bunch of time to save up your Unilogs again, to then hope and pray to get your hands onto the character Bromé. And this right here on your screen, Corvvis, Bromé, Sharon and Fatutu. That should be the very first top tier meta game or team I should say, that you establish yourself in this game. Okay. Again, of course, you could also do this with Anionala instead. Then, yeah, you can even replace Sharon, right, and put in Fatutu. So you would be a little bit even on the versatile side here, which is pretty good for a new player specifically. Of course, you can see Corvvis is a regular character, will be quite expensive. You will also already have to be pulled for Sharon. You need to pull on a Christmas banner right now. Then there is another character with Brume coming after Beryl, you know. You will realize probably that all of this is pretty expensive. And if in case, right, this is too expensive for you, you will in no way find a way to establish yourself or accumulate as many unilogs as you would need for something like this on your screen right here. Then there is something that will save your ass, and you can establish yourself another team, because the rank up team right here on your screen, all of these characters, they will be on Euphoria banners back to back to back to back, which would make things much cheaper for you, and you have a way more convenient way to establish yourself not quite as good of a team as this above, but also a top tier meta team for way cheaper though. As a new player, you will of course not have access to the character Hithabeth. That is no problem, no, because you can replace Hithabeth with Argus. That is like your best option. You can also go for characters like Anali or stuff, but that is not something that you want, and that is not something that you need either. Because let me show you why this rank up team here is a guaranteed and safe bet to establish yourself 100% guaranteed and for very cheap. Because if you look at the Euphoria banners, the Euphoria banner right now in version 3.1, where Argus received a Euphoria update, which is pretty strong, you can just pull for her on the Euphoria banner and get her for cheap. Cool. And also remember that in our current version, on the Christmas banner called Covenant of the Water, you can obtain yourself Marcus or Via as well. Even Argus is also part of this Christmas banner. So you can see in this very version, for quite cheap, it doesn't get cheaper than this, so it is very cheap, as cheap as it gets. You can get your hands onto 2 of the characters that are part of this rank up team here already. But things get way better for you, because in version 3.2 you can see the Euphoria banner here on your screen. You have another chance to get yourself your hands onto Marcus and Via. This is the core of the team. Those are the 2 characters that you 100% must have, otherwise you cannot play this team at all, right? And looky look, we have Argus in here even one more time, in case you didn't have the resources to get your hands onto her in this very version. Okay, this is already absolutely brilliant. You have 2 Euphoria banners, one that is extremely good with this one here, and the Christmas banner. But check this one out, it gets even better for you, because in version 3.3, Mercuria receives her Euphoria update, and that nets her a spot onto this Euphoria banner right here in version 3.3. Another very cheap option to get your hands onto a character for this rank up team for very cheap. So to break this all down, this rank up team here is very strong, is very cheap. You will not get your hands onto a full team as cheap as this anytime soon. This is your 100% guaranteed value that you cannot miss out if you decide to go for this. Now remember that this Corvvis, Brume, Sharon, Fatutu team here is better, but it is also much more expensive. And if you decide to go for this Dynamo team here, then you will have to make 100% sure that you manage your unilogs and your resources very, very well. Do not take any risks, right? Do not pull for Corvvis, for example, if you cannot guarantee you this character 100%. You need 140 Unilogs to 100% guarantee you this character. And you will need to have the same for Brume. Don't take risks. If you decide to go for this roster and you miss out on one of these characters, you bricked. So make sure, right? And remember that all of this 140 Unilogs thing appears for characters back to back. You already have to have Sharon, and you will have to pull for the Christmas banner. So evaluate and calculate the risk that it would take you to establish this team by yourself, right? If you have problems or you have questions or you are scared now, join the Discord server and give me more information. How many Unilogs do you have? What characters do you have available? Are you willing to spend money? What should you buy for that money? Etc, etc. If you want to talk to me about this, join the Discord server, link in the description down below. If you want to be 100% risk-free, no issues at all, go for this very rank up team here as a brand new player. And that's about it. That's the confusion I wanted to clear up. Merry Christmas, take care of yourselves, have a great day, don't forget to join the Discord server, and we love this game.